I just want to reiterate that we had no intention of signing you to NXT, possibly ever. But thanks to your friend sticking her neck out for you, that's obviously changed. So I suggest you make the most of this opportunity.
I will. Wait, so are you saying your buddy X-Pac never mentioned me?
No, he did.
Oh, okay. So at least you have his recommendation to go off of too.
I said he mentioned you. I didn't say it was good.
I feel like I recognize you from somewhere.
Calgary?
Oh, I know. You look just like the woman in those TV commercials for IBS. I think it's that scrunched up, miserable face you're always making.
I beat you in my first match ever, remember?
Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. But congrats on winning that cute little trophy. Let me know if you ever want to step up and face some real competition.
I hate these things so much.
Then why were you in such a hurry to get here?
Because I hate being late slightly more than I hate awkward social obligations. I mean, if one more person says something dumb like, look, it's red on the red carpet, I'm going to strangle them.
Red?
Well, there goes my opening line.
She gets a little cranky when she's nervous.
Anyway, I've been covering the WWE Hall of Fame for almost 15 years, and I've never seen anything like this. We've had individuals, tag teams, factions, families, but never a pair of best friends inducted together. This is truly a special night.
It really is, Byron. But just because our in-ring careers are over doesn't mean we can't continue to give back to the business that gave so much to us. In fact, that's why I'd like to officially announce I'm available for commentary and hosting work. So, WWE, if you're looking to freshen things up around here, then you know where to find me.
Are you trying to take my job?
What? I'd never do that. Don't be so insecure, Byron.
Okay, well, that concludes one of the most interesting red carpet interviews of all time. Live TV, everyone.
What was that?
You're welcome for taking the heat off of you. And maybe I was auditioning for a gig. You don't want to stay involved in some way?
No, when I said I was done, I meant it.
Red. Trey.
Velveteen.
Congratulations. But just keep in mind, it's one thing to achieve your dreams, but you will never be the dream.
Great to see you too.
See? That's why I hate these things. You run into all sorts of people you have history with. That was super awkward.
Yeah? Well, at least it didn't end with someone getting knocked out like back in the day.
Hey, where are you going? The show hasn't even started yet.
I don't have anything to do, so I'm leaving.
Seriously? You should stay. You never know what could happen, plus it at least gives the impression that you care.
I do care. In fact, I care too much, which is why I can't take just sitting around doing nothing while everyone else gets opportunities.
We're still relatively new here. I think you just need to give it more time.
We've been in NXT for months and I've barely been on TV. And other than you, no one even knows who I am. It's like high school all over again, right down to having to ask permission to use the bathroom.
Who makes you do that?
Cassius Ohno. Wait, is he just messing with me? See? Exactly like high school.
Look, bathroom pranks aside, I think you're overreacting.
Really? Watch this. Hey, Ricochet. Good luck with your match tonight.
Aw, thanks, Troy.
He almost got your name right. That's a start.
If that doesn't prove my point, I've also asked just about everyone on the roster to be my partner for the Dusty Classic, and they all said no. Or worse, ignored me.
Okay, fine. Maybe there's some truth to what you're saying, but I still believe it'll get better.
Do you think anyone would catch on if you disguised yourself as a man so you could be my partner?
As much as I'd love to try to pull that off, I'm focused on beating Rhea Ripley to get a shot at the NXT Women's Championship. It's gonna be tough since she still hasn't gotten over the fact that I beat her in the Mae Young Classic.
But at least you have the Mae Young Classic win. It proved you belong here. My problem is everyone thinks I'm just riding your coattails. Well, you know what? From now on, I'm gonna ride my own coattail.
How do you plan on doing that?
I need to do something big to get people's attention. Something that'll change the narrative, and I need to do it tonight.
I like the fact that you're not just giving up and going home, but keep in mind, I put my reputation on the line by getting you hired here. So anything you do ultimately reflects back on me.
I understand, but you have nothing to worry about. Hey, do you know where I could get some handcuffs on short notice?
And now I'm worried.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and will determine the #1 contender for the NXT Women's Championship.
Before we get to that match, which my friend Red is gonna dominate, there's something I need to say. When I was signed to NXT, I was told to make the most of my opportunity. Well, so far, the only opportunity I've had is to sit in the back every week like some kind of glorified cheerleader, watching everyone else do their thing, while I ask myself over and over again why I'm not out here. Maybe it's because I'm not good enough in the ring, or I don't have the right look, or I rub someone the wrong way. Or maybe it's simply because my friend helped me get a job and no one can see me as anything other than a charity case. I could drive myself crazy trying to figure it out, but one thing's for sure. If I never get a chance to show what I'm capable of, how will anyone know if I deserve to be here or not? Luckily, there's a tournament coming up that has put countless NXT superstars on the map, the Dusty Classic. Only problem is, I've tried and tried to find a partner, and so far, all I've gotten is a bunch of no's, blank stares, and who the heck are yous? But there's one person I haven't asked yet. Someone who calls themselves the Dream. But they've never competed in the tournament named after the real Dream, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. So I'm not leaving this ring until Velveteen Dream comes out and agrees to be my partner. So, are you gonna be my partner? Because as you can see, I'm not going anywhere until I get a yes.
The Dream always keeps a spare handcuff key on his person. You never know when you might need it. If you want the Dream to be your partner, then you need to prove yourself by beating the Dream in a match later tonight. You've got the Dream's attention, but let's see if you can keep it.
What the heck was all that?
Me riding my own coattail.
Well, maybe give me a heads up next time you're gonna hijack the show right before my match.
You got this.
Hello everybody, my name is Tubasplat, and welcome back to WWE 2K20 My Career. And if you couldn't tell by this point, at this point in the video, this video is going to be all cutscenes. And I also tried to make the video as short as possible at 42 minutes, so everything is sped up at least 4 times. The match at the tail end of this video is going to be, it was a 15-minute Iron Man match. That it was still, I think, like a minute and a half or something. So I'm just going to be spurting in here every now and then, trying to provide some kind of commentary during this very long cinematic episode. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I'm back, only for a little bit. I hope everyone is keeping safe through the pandemic. As I'm recording this video, it is now May 15th, where New York is on pause, at least the majority of the state is. I think this video will be going live in early July-ish. So, hope everyone's keeping safe, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
Hey, I ran into Triple H earlier and assured him your stunt last week was just a one-time thing. You're lucky he thought it was good TV, or you might be out of a job.
Triple H thought I was entertaining? That's great.
That's not exactly what I would have gotten out of that statement. Nonetheless, I'm happy you found someone to team with for the Dusty Classic, even if it's Velveteen Dream.
What do you mean, even if?
I just don't think he's the most trustworthy partner. But hopefully I'm wrong.
He's too set on proving he's the real Dream to pull anything on me. So don't worry, I'll be fine. But what about your big contract signing tonight? You have anything planned?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there and sign the contract.
That's it? These things are all about playing mind games with your opponent to get an advantage in the match. Like, What if you brought your Mae Young Classic trophy to the ring with you? That would really get in Rhea's head.
I heard what you said last week about wanting to prove you belong in NXT. I respect that. But it's not going to come at our expense.
No, sir. Not our expense, Tucky.
We came back to NXT for one reason. To win the Dusty Rhodes Classic.
Back to win the whole enchilada!
I actually watched your previous Dusty Classic matches to try to get an advantage, but there wasn't a lot to go on. You know, because you always lost in the first round.
You went there, huh?
He did go there. Sounds like he wants to fight.
I'm just stating a fact.
Then here's another one. Tonight, we're gonna destroy you.
That's right, Tucky, 'cause we're coming!
I let you win last week because the Dream thought about what you said. And I want to prove that I am the real Dream. That's all this is. You're just lucky to be along for the ride.
Okay, fine. But now that we're partners, shouldn't we discuss strategy or something?
Here's a strategy. Stay out of the Dream's way.
Here's a tag match that was definitely sped up to 8 times because the targets are very specific, the requirements during the match. I think if I didn't speed up the matches, this would easily be an hour and a half. Give or take. It would be an easy hour and a half. So, yeah. I don't recall if I talked about Money in the Bank 2020 yet. I don't think I have. That's something I can talk about. It was different, for sure. I'll just leave it at that for right now because my time is about up for this match. So I will try and quickly give my thoughts on Money in the Bank 2020. And by this point, we should be way past Backlash as well.
Here are your winners, Cooper and Velveteen Dream.
You all have history with one another, but at NXT TakeOver, more history will be made when you'll compete in a triple threat match for Candice LeRae's NXT Women's Championship. Now, if you could each sign your names on the contract, we can make this match official.
Before we sign anything, I want to ask what you're doing out here with that trophy. You think you're real cute, don't you?
This thing? I actually bring it everywhere. The grocery store, the gym, car wash, contract signings. I even sleep with it sometimes. Helps remind me of how I won the Mae Young Classic on my very first try. But who did I beat in the finals? Huh. I can't remember.
I don't have time for this.
You might want to stick around for a preview of what I'm going to do at TakeOver. I don't give a damn about that. This is what I want.
I'm so sorry. This is my fault.
So Money in the Bank 2020, there wasn't really it wasn't a very big card, and that's actually perfectly fine with me, because it's just, we now are in a day where WWE just like to put on like 8-hour marathons of wrestling. But having both the Money in the Bank matches at the same time was a very interesting thing to do. And then obviously now we know a little bit of fallout from Money in the Bank, which by now this wouldn't be so much spoiler territory, but like Sami Zayn was stripped of the Intercontinental Championship because he didn't feel safe working in the pandemic, so he's been stripped of the title. Becky Lynch is pregnant. Otis won Money in the Bank. Braun and Bray had a very interesting story to tell in the Universal title match. That's for sure. You know, with their given history and extreme awkwardness that Harper and Rowan are gone.
Hey, I heard the good news, you were cleared. But, you sure you're okay?
I'm only sure of one thing. I'm going to annihilate Rhea Ripley. She almost took everything from me, but her mistake was she stopped at almost. Tonight, I won't stop.
At least your match is no DQ. That way you can take care of Rhea and still win the title, so that's good.
I'd say it's very good.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Yes, the dream's reflection is beautiful.
Right. Well, that trophy could be ours, but I was thinking we still don't feel like a real team. And a big part of that is because we don't have matching outfits like all the great tag teams throughout history. So, I went and had these made. I hope you like them.
I love them.
As you saw just before this, the cutscene where Red is wearing a eye patch, I totally didn't remember that at all. And when I saw the gear change, I thought the game screwed up, but not really. And then just like major things like that, like at Money in the Bank, where Ray and Aleister Black were thrown off the roof and they just treat it like it was nothing. It's like, oh yeah, Baron Corbin committed murder, you know, it's perfectly fine, you know. What I didn't get to was, why did Shayna play such a low role in the match? And it's like she appeared here and there, and then otherwise she was just non-existent in that match. And then also all the cameos between Vince, Doig, and Brother Love were hilarious. Oh, and Paul Heyman. All the cameos in that match were absolutely hilarious, and I loved it. As much as you can with highly produced stuff. But you know what? It's all proving to be dividends. So it's a good time nonetheless. And I wasn't too sure on leaving the entrance in for the Dusty Finals with Trey and Velveteen, but I did. Just because it's something different and original. But yeah, I think I don't have a whole lot of time left in this video before I have to call it the end of the video. I'm not sure what else to talk about at this point. I can try and think of something nonetheless. As much as I can now, it's all post-production.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Eric and Ivar, the Viking Raiders.
This is on you, partner. You called the dream out, and you questioned the dream's authenticity. But the dream never needed some repulsive trophy for validation. The dream already knew that there was only one dream, and that is the Velveteen Dream. At one point, I considered letting you win this thing because the dream felt sorry for your desperate need for success. But then, you repeatedly stole the dream's spotlight, leeching off the dream's moves, the dream's look, and anything else you can get your hands on. But it's like the saying goes, imitation is the sincerest form of battery.
Pardon me, Red, Trey, you both have huge matches tonight. Do you have a second to comment?
No.
Yeah, we do.
So, Candice LeRae has invoked her rematch clause in an Iron Woman match. Now, after everything you've been through, are you ready for your first NXT Women's title defense?
Well, considering I'll actually be able to see this time, I think I'm more than ready.
Trey, you are going to face Velveteen Dream in the first ever no DQ spotlight match where in order to win, you must steal your opponent's finishing move. Now, how have you prepared for this unique stipulation?
I haven't had to. I've used his Purple Rainmaker before, but he's never used my finisher. And on top of that, I might have another trick or two up my sleeve, because you never know when you might need it.
I might have taken you lightly in our last match because you were injured, but I won't make that mistake tonight.
If I was able to beat 2 opponents with only 1 good eye, what do you think is gonna happen when I only have 1 opponent and my vision back?
I think you'll be able to get a real good look at me standing over you with the title, back where it belongs.
Sweet fanny pack.
Thanks.
I was kidding. Anyway, what were you talking about having a trick up your sleeve?
Well, actually, it's more like a trick down my pants.
That sounds incredibly creepy.
Yeah, I hear it now. Let me give you a sneak peek.
Still creepy.
Okay, I should rephrase. One of my tricks is I'm gonna wear a special outfit to get in Velveteen's head like he does to his opponents. There's 3 options I'm considering. Which one should I go with? Thanks for your help with that. I'm gonna need every little advantage I can get to defeat him.
yeah, there's like this, and then the Iron Man match between Candace and Red. I mean, there's really not much else to say. Oh, I completely goofed, and I didn't know if... Like, I didn't realize this was no DQ. I mean, it was a finisher match, basically. Or, not basically, it was a finisher match, but I didn't realize it was no DQ. So when Dream brought in a chair, I was very confused, so that's why I had to quickly check. Yeah, and I didn't bother to talk in those last few clips of the Velveteen Dream match just because it was really short, and I wouldn't be able to put in a word in edgewise, but today there was a graphic, if you will, of the new VP or executive producer of 2K, at least WWE 2K, who put out a graphic, and it was like a measuring stick of what the fans are wanting for feedback on like what they want in 2K22. And it was very interesting to see. And at the bottom of the list was create a referee, which I didn't even know was a thing I guess people wanted, but it was enough that it was included on that graphic. I think it might have been listed on there, but I really wished it dawned on me just lately that the AI like is super easy in this game. It's like I have it on legend difficulty and I absolutely have no problem. The only time I lose matches honestly is when it's a multi-man match and it's out of my control if somebody gets pinned or whatever. But otherwise, that's gonna wrap it up for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this cinematic masterpiece. If you like this video, make sure to drop a like on it and stay tuned to the rest of the Let's Play as well as any other future content. Make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification button. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I was checking moves, and I will catch you guys next time.